Hello, my name is Ember. Welcome back to my channel. Recently, I did a video where I made all of the bachelorettes from Stardew Valley in The Sims 4, and I thought it'd be fun to make the bachelors as well. So we're starting here with Sebastian, doing a lot of little adjustments to the face shape. I don't know, I love creating Sims, but at the same time, sometimes create a Sim is just really infuriating. And it's kind of interesting, like, I talk a lot about the limitations in the game when it comes to making trans Sims, but I did not expect to run into so many issues when trying to make the bachelors and bachelorettes from Stardew Valley, given that they're all, like, cis, at least in the game. But it really showed me just how limited and binary a lot of the options in Create a Sim are. So, like, when I was making the male characters versus the female characters, the preset options were completely different. Like, they have different eyebrows, they have different eye shapes. I hadn't really noticed it before, but like for the female Sims, the eye options mostly have like a line that's meant to be eyelashes, and the male Sims don't even have those. They have different noses and mouths, and just like so many things are different. It's kind of wild, like I just hadn't had as much of a direct comparison of that before. And then also like doing the bachelors in this video, I really saw how limited the options are for like men in Create a Sim. Like, for one, their character designs are a little bit more boring than the girls in Stardew Valley, I'll be honest. Like, making the bachelorettes was so colorful and so fun. And then for the men, they were all just like, yeah, they're wearing like a black hoodie, I guess. Like, what? But just the options available in the game weren't very good. There were not many men's haircuts in The Sims that I actually like. A lot of them, like, I almost used custom content for one hair, but then I was like, I can't just only have custom content for one item. So I did end up picking a hair that's not custom content that was okay, but I really don't like a lot of the male hairs in The Sims 4. And I don't know, yeah, just like the clothing, it's just kind of limited. There's not a lot. It was just weird, like, seeing how limited everything was, especially for male Sims, and just like when making their faces, how much it was affected by what gender they're marked as in the game. I just hadn't realized before that the presets you have available, so like for eyes, right? If you want to adjust a Sim's eyes, you can adjust it, but you have to start from something. Yeah, and like their nose and their chin and everything, you have to start from something. And the presets that the game gives you as an option for male and female Sims is really different. So like it totally affects what the Sim is going to be able to end up looking like. And it's just so arbitrary, like there's no reason to gender that. They could just give all the options to everyone. I mean, a lot of the options aren't even any good at all. They really need to have better preset options, but like, it's such an arbitrary, like, limitation for no reason. I did like making Sebastian though. I thought I was able to make him look pretty cool. And like I said, a lot of the guys in Stardew Valley are kind of just in like a hoodie. It's not as colorful as the girls. If you haven't seen my video making the bachelorettes, I definitely recommend you go watch that because they're so colorful and fun. But yeah, I did like making Sebastian. I stuck with, so when I made Maru, I made her last name Sparks. So I decided to just give the whole family the last name Sparks. And, you know, I was thinking, like, they're both Robin's kids, but only Maru is Demetrius's kid. So I was like, how do they all have the same last name? And I decided, you know what, Sparks is Robin's last name, and everyone just took Robin's last name. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a pretty good last name for their whole family, though. I had to make up last names for most of these Sims. And then for Sebastian's traits, I also made him a geek, a loner, and gloomy. I think I ended up changing at least one of them. Maybe I didn't. I don't actually remember. I wanted to do something to, like, say that he liked frogs, because, like, that's one thing Sebastian likes. But there's not really that option. You could definitely have him go and, like, find frogs and keep a frog in his room as a pet or something, though. I mean, that's something he actually does in Stardew Valley. I also gave Sebastian the computer whiz aspiration because, you know, he does a lot of programming and stuff on his computer. And I went into the game and played as these Sims for a while and gave them, like, jobs and skills. So I believe I did give Sebastian the, like, freelance programming career. And I gave a few of the other bachelors, like, different careers and skills that are related to who they are in Stardew Valley. So at the end of this video, we'll jump into the game and I'll show you, like, the jobs I've given them, the skills, and we'll also look at all of their outfits, because here, like I did in the Stardew Valley Bachelorettes video, I'm just showing you, like, creating the character and then their first outfit, because creating all of the outfits takes a really long time, but I do like to do it because if you're going to actually play with these Sims in your game, you don't want them to like switch to hot weather wear and then look ridiculous. So I do give them an outfit for every little category, but I'm not going to show you like the speed build of each of them, but at the end we'll go through all of them and I'll show you what I did. I tried to like base their beach outfits on what they wear on like the Ginger Island resort, which was actually kind of hard. Like I was looking up what they wear and it was hard to find pictures of that online, and I didn't really want to like play through the game to wait until every single person came and visited the resort. I did try to base it on what I knew, and the rest of their outfits are just based on like their personality and just like what I think they would wear. So the sim I'm working on here is Alex, and he's one of the few, I guess I was gonna say like we know his last name, but I guess we don't necessarily know his last name. We know his grandparents' last name is Molnar, and I did name him Alex Molnar, but I think it's like his mom, like they're his mom's parents, so he wouldn't necessarily have the same last name as them, but also he is not on good terms with his dad, and he lives with his grandparents, so I imagine he would have taken their name. I feel like Molnar's probably a safe bet here. I don't think he'd want to hang on to whatever his dad's last name was, and he would want to be, you know, closer to his mom and his grandparents, so we're just gonna say that. It was so hard finding, like, the right clothes for some of these, because I wanted to give the right vibes, but then I also want, like, the same colors, because, like, Alec is wearing basically a green jacket, but it's, like, I feel like I wanted to give him, like, a varsity type jacket. This was as close as I got. I think it's pretty good, but none of the, like, actual varsity jackets looked exactly the right colors, but I think it gives the right sort of jock vibe. And then, of course, for his aspiration, I gave him, like, the bodybuilder one. He's active, loves the outdoors, and a bro. I'm getting a little bit, like, short of breath recording this because I'm actually sick right now. And I wanted to go ahead and record the voiceover before I lose my voice, because that does happen. And it's kind of hard to make YouTube videos where you talk when you lose your voice. And so far, I'm fine. Like, I seem to be... I'm pretty sure I have the flu. And I'm feeling a little bit better today. I was very congested yesterday, and before that I was very, like, fatigued and, like, felt sick, you know? A lot of times, though, towards the end of when I'm sick, I start to lose my voice, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen this time. But if you don't see new videos from me for a little bit, it might be because I'm sick and I can't talk. I have thought about, like, what could I do for a video where, like, I don't need to talk, but the only thing I can really think of is, like, shorts usually, and even that's kind of hard because I tend to do voiceover. I have thought about, like, making shorts to, like, different, like, sounds, you know, like, to different songs. I don't know. I don't know to what extent it would be cool and not, like, awkward, you know, to do, like, Sims dancing or acting or whatever to a song or, like, a trending sound, you know? But I've done some shorts. I haven't done many recently, actually, but I do make some YouTube shorts if you haven't seen those. And I think they're pretty good for the most part. It feels very different from making long form videos because it's like very concentrated. Each second of the video I'm like planning really carefully, whereas for a longer video I can't really do that, you know? But it's nice to like try to fit it down, see how short I can get it, and like get everything I want to say in there. I generally tend to talk about things a lot. I'm pretty long-winded. Although yeah, I really am feeling it now that I'm trying to record this voiceover that I'm a bit out of breath from being sick. But yeah, this is Elliott, by the way. I've been making Elliott, and I gave him the last name James. For his aspiration, I did like best-selling author, because obviously he's writing a book, bookworm, snob, and romantic. Because I think he's described in the game as like a romantic, and he's kind of a snob. Like there's that one scene where he walks into the saloon, and he like calls Gus, he's like, "Bartender, your finest ale, please," or whatever. Like, he kind of seems like he sort of looks down on people a little bit, and he like thinks, you know, he's got all the nice things. He's better than everyone. So yeah, that was Elliott that I was making, and I think the hair I chose was pretty similar to his hair. That one's always kind of a weird one to me in The Sims because it's like really hanging out to the side, but it makes sense. I mean, Elliott has the like long flowing locks of hair. His outfit, I gave him like a vampire's one piece thing. I don't know. I think it was kind of close. Here, so for Harvey, this is the custom content hair I almost used. It's not even that different from like not base game, because this is not base game only, I'm sorry to say. But it's not that different from like a vanilla Sims haircut. But the problem I was running into with a lot of the men's haircuts is that they were like way too tall, or just like they just didn't look right. I don't know, like this one has a little like strands of hair and like waves. It just looks more natural, and the ones in the game are just kind of like poofy and weird. I don't know, but I think that this outfit is some like an unlockable. For all of these Sims, while I've been making them, I've had like all of the different things unlocked. Like I did a whole video about that, how you can get special cast unlocks. So I think that's like where I got this outfit for him, but I think it works pretty well. I of course gave him his signature mustache. And then for the aspirations and traits, I was having a hard time here actually. I ended up just giving him academic because I was like, well, you know, to be a doctor, he's gonna have to go to college, I guess. Okay, actually, I maybe just changed it to neighborhood confidant. I think that's what I did. I can't remember if I did academic or if I changed it to like a social one because I thought maybe that could work. I also thought about doing a wellness aspiration for Harvey, but then I was like, that's not really what he does, but it's like the closest I could find to doctor, so I don't know. And then for Harvey's traits, I made him a bookworm, ambitious, and a vegetarian. I wanted to do something like, because he loves like planes and like he wanted to fly planes or whatever, so I wanted to do something for that, but there really wasn't anything. Now moving on to Sam, he has a very like characteristic look. I think I did a pretty good job with this like sticking up hair, and he actually has like, he has very like dark eyebrows and like sort of a harder like eyebrow ridge line. So I tried to do that in The Sims, and I think it ended up looking pretty cool. Sadly, there are also not any skateboards in The Sims 4, but I did make him like snowboarding because I was like, well, that's as close as we've got, so, you know, might as well do something. And he has sort of like a rattier looking jacket and jeans. You know, maybe the holes on the knees are from where he fell off his skateboard. I think the other outfits I ended up giving Sam were not quite as like ratty and torn up as this one. But I don't know, this one just is one that seemed to go best, like look most similar to what he wears in the game. I gave him the last name Monroe. And I gave him the aspiration, the like musical aspiration, because of course he has a band. It would be nice to have bands in The Sims. I also made him outgoing, active, and a music lover. And let's see, I think, yeah, I added like he likes snowboarding and a few things like that. And then moving on to the last Bachelor, we have Shane. Shane was interesting, like, so in Stardew Valley, he has sort of a like 5 o'clock shadow or whatever it's called, like from his beard. There's like some scruff. And at first I tried to use the version of that exists in The Sims, but it just looked weird. So I'm pretty sure, I think maybe for this entire like speed create a sim that you're gonna see, he's gonna have the like weird scruff shadow thing. But I did go back and change that because it didn't look right. It looked weird. It was just like, why is his face gray? I don't know. I couldn't get it to look right. But I think that like overall I got Shane to look pretty recognizable, I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe the Bachelorettes were a little bit more recognizable overall just because they had more like characteristic hair colors and like fashion. But actually, I don't know, like looking at them, maybe it's just because I spent so long making them, but I feel like I could tell who all of these Sims are, like who they're supposed to be from Stardew Valley. Let me know what you think, how good of a job you think I did with all of these. And if you want to see more Create a Sim videos like this or more like Stardew Valley content, definitely let me know in the comments and give this video a like. Also, if you're interested in Stardew Valley, I did a whole build challenge in Stardew Valley, and that was really fun. I think it looked really good. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. I'm like really proud of the Stardew Valley build challenge video, and not very many people have watched it. I think like the YouTube algorithm is really weird about how precise it is about which videos it will recommend to you. Like if you've mostly watched a creator play one game, it will only recommend videos of that game to you, and usually videos that are like similar to the ones you watched. It's kind of weird how precise it is. I see why people generally say like, oh, you should focus on one game, and like being a variety channel can be a little bit harder because like regardless of if people like the videos, YouTube just won't show them to people. Like YouTube was like, oh, you're not doing Sims? Yeah, I'm not showing this to anyone. Even though like there's a lot of overlap between Sims and Stardew Valley communities, and I figure a lot of y'all probably are into Stardew Valley, especially if you're watching this video. And I understand not everyone who watches my Sims like ranking videos wants to watch a build challenge in Stardew Valley, but like I said, I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's a very good video. So if you are interested, maybe go check that one out. If you haven't played Stardew Valley, I do highly recommend it. I've actually been playing Stardew Valley on mobile recently and really been enjoying it. It can be nice when you don't want to like load up the whole game on your computer, just to have a like mobile version to play. The controls are pretty good. Mining is a little bit hard, but there is like an auto attack feature, which is nice. Overall, it's a very well made app, Stardew Valley mobile. So, you know, if you haven't tried Stardew Valley and you've been thinking about it, that might be a good way to get into it. It's really nice that there's a pretty good mobile version, and it's recently finally been updated to like the 1.5 update, so there's a lot of new content there if you haven't already checked that out. But yeah, overall, just a great game. Lots of fun. So for Shane, I ended up giving him the like cottage living aspiration. I think it's country caretaker, because I figured that would make sense. You know, he wants to like raise chickens and take care of them on the farm and stuff. I also, for his traits, at first I made him gloomy, but I did go back and change that to socially awkward, because I thought that that maybe fit with his character a little bit more, because like at first he's really mean when you try to talk to him, but he can warm up to you. So I was thinking like maybe it just takes him a while to feel comfortable around people. All right, with that, let's go into the game and take a closer look. We are bothering the Bachelors in their house with like 2 beds at 4 a.m. So sorry about that. The main things we need to look at is their career. So yeah, like I said, Sebastian's a freelance programmer. The skills I gave him are piano, because he does play like keyboard in the band, programming, and video gaming. Alex. The only skill I gave Alex is fitness, because I couldn't think of anything else, but let me know if you can. I don't know, he seems pretty stuck in like playing football or grid ball or whatever in high school, so. And then Elliott. Elliott also does not have a job, but you know, he's writing. He also has piano skill and writing skill, level 4. Harvey, you're coming out of the bathroom. I gave him cooking, logic, and wellness. I don't know, he does seem to cook a little bit. He's always telling you about like what foods are healthy. Shane's over here gaining some cooking skill, and okay. Harvey, yeah, I did give Harvey the doctor career at the rank 4 medical technologist. I didn't really know, like, there's not really an option for small town doctor, but here we are. Sam doesn't have a career. He does have his band. I gave him level 4 guitar and level 3 snowboarding, because again, we don't have skateboarding in the game. And then Shane, I gave him a little bit of a few skills. Actually, he just gained comedy skill by himself, I think, and maybe fitness. He has a little bit of cooking and a little bit of mixology. And, oh yeah, for his career, he is a shelf stalker. He's a retail employee, which is, you know, how he's working for Joja when you start the game. But maybe if you decide to play with Shane, you can help him pursue his dreams, being able to raise chickens and stuff, you know? Okay, now we need to look at all of their outfits. I actually forgot I did this. So recently, we just got some new top surgery scars in The Sims. So I did actually give Sebastian top surgery scars. He's not like canonically trans in the game, but I feel like I've seen some people, you know, like headcanon him as trans. So I was like, you know, we could do that. I think there's also like a mod that makes Sam trans, so I guess you could also give Sam top surgery scars. There really wasn't a good use for the new binders. I did a video about that if you want to see. It's like my last video talking about where the binders fell short. So if you want to see my thoughts on that. All right, so his formal wear, I did give him a nice little suit. I think this looks nice. It's not like too much effort put in, but enough to look sharp. And of course, all in black again. And then for athletic wear, he's just got like a little black hoodie. Nice for working out. For sleep, he's got this like skull t-shirt, so that's fun. Party wear, we went a little bit more extra. We have a nice leather jacket here. I thought maybe, you know, this is maybe what he'd wear when he's riding his motorcycle. I kind of wanted to give him like a frog necklace or something, but this is what we had. I also did give him painted nails. Then for swimwear, just, you know, I don't know, I gave him a little bit of sunscreen. And then for hot weather, I really like the shirt. This t-shirt is like a new swatch that we got recently. It's from a particular game, I think, but like, isn't that so cool? And that just totally seems like the sort of thing that Sebastian would wear. Like maybe this is a monster from like one of his TTRPGs or something, or like from a video game. I don't know. I thought it looks very cool. I wanted to use this a bunch actually. So if you didn't know, this is a new swatch on like this shirt. So definitely check it out. And then cold weather, just some more black, actually, you know, a splash of color with this like reddish purple beanie thing. Now moving on to Alex. So for his formal wear, I gave him this. I think it's actually the same suit, but it's like different colors, so it looks pretty different from what Sebastian had. I don't know. It seemed like a little bit preppy to me, but like stylish and like a little bit of color. I don't know. For a lot of these, I didn't really have it much to go off of. It was just sort of vibes. And then of course, athletic wear is very important for Alex. I could have done topless, but I thought this was a nice shirt to like show off his muscles. I did make him pretty strong. He does a lot of weightlifting. Oh yeah, and then this like the watch to like track his stats, you know, as he's working out. And then for sleepwear, I just felt like he wouldn't wear very much. So he's just got like underwear and a tank top and like some socks. I feel like he's the kind of guy who would just like sleep in his underwear though. Anyways, moving on. Party wear, of course, we got to get a varsity jacket. And I gave him this little necklace here from Werewolves. So either he's a furry or like maybe that's the symbol of what like the team he used to play for. I mean, I feel like the like paw is a pretty common one. So, you know, interpret that however you want. And then swimwear, you know, topless, just some nice swim shorts. For hot weather wear, this is like, I think, is this a baseball uniform? I don't know, it's some sport. So I just thought I'd give him another little sporty look. And then for our cold weather, we just have a nice turtleneck under a flannel shirt. And yeah, that's Alex. Next we have Elliott. He's in his bathrobe. Let's go to the first outfit. So we have this for every day. And then for formal, I went pretty hard with Elliott's formal. I thought the like coattails seemed, it just fits like this sort of snobby piano player image he's got going on here. Like, I don't know, like older, like Victorian style. And then athletic, just, you know, a nice little hoodie with a zip. And these are some nice shorts actually from high school years. And then for sleepwear, of course, we've got our fancy robe. For party wear, I thought this was like, again, sort of like preppy, snobby, but like relaxed. And he's got a nice little gold earring there. For swimwear, we have this like slightly tucked in shirt showing off his chest hair. The hot weather, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling this, but I had to come up with something. So this is what I came up with. And for cold weather, another nice little like robe loungewear type thing. And then moving on to Harvey. So I did change his hair. I mean, this one is not that bad. This is from Jungle Adventure. It's not the custom content one I had originally, but like it's fine. It's a little taller, a little higher than I wanted, but whatever. Formal. Oh yeah, I gave him basically the same outfit for his formal as everyday because I was like, I kind of already made his everyday pretty formal, so we just went with that. Here's his like active athletic wear. So I wanted to give him something he could like dance and move in, you know, with all the ladies at when they have their little dance class thingy. For sleepwear, we've got another robe, not quite as fancy as Elliott's. And I wanted to give him like a sweater vest for his party outfit. I think this is cute. I like the color coordination going on here. Of course, for swimwear, he wants to be protected from the sun. So he's got this big floppy hat. This is actually what he wears like in Stardew Valley. That's why I included that. And he also has like some sunscreen on his nose. Because, you know, you just gotta protect your skin, right? So for the hot weather outfit, I wanted to do something that reflected his, you know, he has like a little radio and he like talks to the pilots and he wanted to be a pilot. So I did these like headphones, even though, I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. Like it looks kind of like the headphones he has. And then I was going back and forth on the shirt, but I think that this one looks sort of like pilot-y. Sometimes it's fun to like include one of their alternate looks in here. Actually, did I give him? Oh yeah, okay. I also did give him like a lab coat, doctor's coat thingy like I gave Maru. So this is one of his formal outfits. I don't know why I always do their like work outfits as the formal outfits, but here you go. So yeah, we have a few different little like looks in there. And then cold weather, just nice and comfy. Got a nice little hat. All right, moving on to Sam. So for his formal wear, I went nice and colorful. I thought this little yellow like jacket looked pretty cool. And then for his athletic wear, I don't know, something about Sam makes me think he'd like play baseball. This is like a baseball jersey. I'm pretty sure it's a baseball jersey. Here's his sleepwear. It's kind of a mess of things, but of course I had to use the shirt as it does have a skateboarder on it. I wasn't sure if it would really go for any of the other outfits, but I was like, we can do that for sleepwear. We got some nice comfy pants and some socks. For party wear, just like some nice, you know, a nice little shirt, some slightly scuffed up jeans. And then for swimwear, we just went some nice trunks. Hot weather, just sort of a relaxed, sporty look. And then for cold weather, this was like, because his original, he wears like a blue and red jacket, so I went with that for the cold weather. And yeah, that's Sam. And then last but not least, we have Shane. Like I said, I did change his like, I changed it from a shadow to more of a stubble. just because I thought this looked better. It looked a little bit less weird. I kind of gave him like this jacket for several of the outfits, I think, but it's a pretty nice little jacket. We had a nice navy blue jacket, and then for formal wear, so his outfit is actually like a blue hoodie over like a green polo. And I think the blue hoodie is a Joja hoodie, but obviously we don't have that in The Sims. I wanted to get that green polo in for the formal look, and this is the best I could come up with. So yeah, there's this green polo look. And then for athletic, we've just got another little blue hoodie thing, some camo shorts, nice and comfy. For sleep, again, we got another hoodie. Sometimes it's nice to just be all warm. You know, for a lot of people, I feel like their hoodie is like sort of a coping mechanism. So I feel like maybe it's that way for Shane. Then for party wear, I don't know. I just thought this was like a little bit more fancy looking. Swimwear, we've got a nice little open shirt, some sunglasses, some shorts. Hot weather, we just have a different polo this time. It's blue. I guess I gave him sunglasses here for some reason too. I guess that could help with the hangover, right? I don't know why. I just really feel like Shane's the kind of person who would wear cargo shorts, so I gave him that a few times. And then cold weather, apparently he has headphones in this one. I didn't remember doing that, but sure. I do like this jacket. It's a very nice, like it looks nice. A few of these jackets from the base game actually have really nice patterning on them. So yeah, that is all of the Sims. Like I said, I did change one of his traits to socially awkward. Wait, did I do socially awkward and gloomy? I don't know. It was a little bit hard to figure out what traits and stuff to do for everyone. So let me know what you think if you would have chosen something different. I hope you've enjoyed this video and getting to see how I created all of the Stardew Valley characters in the Sims. I have thought about doing more characters besides the Bachelors and Bachelorettes. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Let me know if you're interested. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.